If you watch the videos with the interviews of JW and his wife Rebecca that Julie Roy's recently presented, you got an example of what it's like when a person is under the influence of witchcraft. And it doesn't have to be witchcraft that involves demonic entities, but witchcraft on its most basic level, which is to lie. Witchcraft is meant to cause a person to misperceive, mistrust, mishandle, and even misbelieve the truth. So witchcraft is a war against the truth. And it's kind of like how in 2 Thessalonians 2, where the Lord spoke about that he will pour out a strong delusion on those who do not believe the truth, that they would believe the lie. So witchcraft is meant to cause a person to believe the lie. And a part of believing the lie is if you know a person's a liar and you keep on believing that person, keep on overriding what the Lord is showing you to go in favor of the narrative they're creating. In the Garden of Eden, it's not that the serpent was hypnotizing Eve to get her to follow his influence. He simply caused her to doubt the word of God and to go another way. And that is what witchcraft does. It causes people to doubt the truth. Because when we listen to JW and Rebecca, a lot of times their statements were incongruent. For example, stating that they cared about children, and yet there are times when they witnessed something being done, so at least suspicious to a child, but they didn't intervene. Another part of witchcraft is that people, they may have good discernment, but if they're not careful, they can fall under the influence of witchcraft. In 1 Kings 22, we see how the prophets of Jezebel, the 400 remaining, they were prophesying things in the name of the Lord. And when they summoned for Micaiah, he was being influenced to come in agreement with what those prophets were saying. But he had to know that those prophets were prophesying under the influence of a deceiving spirit. And that's one of the things when people are subjected to witchcraft, they will even start saying things, even start using the Lord's name, but it's coming from a wrong spirit. But again, that's a higher level of witchcraft, because the lowest level is when a person is simply a liar. And people know the individual is a liar, but they keep on believing the liar. And case in point, many people were saying that the Republicans were responsible for the recent government shutdown here in the United States. But now the government shutdown is coming to an end. Who are they blaming? The 8 Democrats who sided with the Republicans, which meant they were lying in the beginning.